it's me again, Giselle. And for today's video, we will be discussing some risks in the use of ICT and e-networking. But before we go on, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, without further ado, let's jump to the video. First, let us define ICT. So, ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. And we all know that in teaching and learning process of students and teachers, they integrate ICT. It is because in today's generation, which is the 21st century generation, we are now living where technologies plays a vital part to our life. That's why today we will be talking about some risks in the use of ICT and e-networking. So like I've said a while ago that ICT is integrated in the field of education in order for the student to have more engagement of learning. But we must also know that in line with this integration and usefulness of technologies or the ICT, we must also know and consider the risk in using technologies, especially to our children. Risk number 1, prolonged exposure to online technologies, particularly at an early age. So we all know that children today are now using mobile phones, laptops, and computers at their young age. And we also know that exposure to technology is important in early development of our children. So there are parents that they use technology to babysit and calm their children for a few seconds. But we parents and teachers must know that exposure to technology, it may cause blindness, and sometimes it may lead to a serious health conditions like mental conditions and anxiety. Risk number 2, addiction to gambling and gaming. I'm sure in this risk number 2, there are children and students like me who can relate. So, I am also guilty in this risk number 2 because I am also a mobile gamer. I played Mobile Legends, Tong Let's Go. So, it is not bad to use technologies like cell phones or laptops to play games because sometimes we use that as form of entertainment. But, we must know how to limit ourselves in using and doing it. And the last risk is the cyberbullying. So, according to Republic Act 10627, the cyberbullying is intended for minors. So, we can leave the framework to get a working definition. And based from one article that I've read by Sony Cyber Wellness Toolbox about cyberbullying, the use of stalker without consent is a digital abuse or a form of cyberbullying. So, most of the time, cyberbullying happen to children who are not aware and innocent of using technologies and mobile application like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So, we must always remember that cyberbullying is when we use internet, cell phones, or other technological devices to send post text or images intended to hurt, embarrass, or threaten individuals. And of course, it is very important that we teachers and parents must educate our children in using technology. So, we must teach them how to use technology effectively and efficiently. And to all people out there, we must also knowledgeable and be careful in using technology. Always remember and bear in mind the 4 magic words. Think before you click. So, that's all for today's guys. So, hope you learn something from me. Bye!